What I would say is that once they make that decision to take their business to market, and that they should interview multiple brokers, not for the purpose of having a bidding war on who will, who will offer them the highest price, because the business broker isn't buying your business, right? And a good business broker is going to tell you what they think the market will bear. They're going to tell you what businesses like yours sell for, and keep you from setting unrealistic expectations. But when I was a young stockbroker at Deanwood Reynolds in 1980, there were 20 brokers in the office, and somebody would walk in and ask for a broker, and there was a system of how they got referred within the office, and there were 20 people doing 20 completely different things, and the outcome that poor guy or lucky guy walking in the door asking to talk to a broker got could be the worst possible outcome, or they could get with somebody that was trustworthy and reliable and took care of them and used a financial planning model, etc. But it was the Wild West, and it's probably a little better these days. But if you're going to go pick somebody to invest your assets, you would probably want to go talk to two or three and try to get some understanding of what is your process, and how much do I pay you? Are there any hidden fees? What can I expect? How long will this take? Who are my buyers? How do you find them? And I find that people don't really ask a lot of great questions, which means they don't know the questions to ask. And
I'd add
so
I'd
they
add a
fall
question
back
on.
on how much is my business worth, and then the person that tells them it's worth the most gets the business.
Even lean on that question, right? If a business broker tells you your business is worth X, I would venture to say the business owner should say, well, how did you arrive at that number?
Yeah,
Right? A business owner should really understand the mathematics of which the broker come up with a number that they're presenting. The reason behind that is like sometimes those relationships don't go where they're supposed to. I was actually on the phone a few weeks ago with a business owner, and he says, "Well, the business broker says I'm worth 1.5 million." I said, "Great, you should have taken that check."
exactly.
And he says, "Well, he wasn't buying it." I said, "Ah, exactly,
Yeah,
right." Did you ask
right.
him how he did his math? Because I want to see what model he's using to evaluate your business.
Yeah,
No, I turned in my financials and stuff, and I told him that so and so said my business is worth that, and he told me he could beat it, and that's how he came up with it. I said, so you don't have any formal offers at that price, and this is longer into the conversation. My first response is always somebody says my business is worth 1.5. I was like, great, let's see how we can get you there, right? Because I
yeah,
haven't seen anything at this point. Maybe we can. And when he didn't like the story of how we were going to be able to get him there, I was like, hey, you're going to have to go back, grow your business for a couple more years. You're
yeah,
about halfway there.
right.
You really want 1.5, you're about halfway there. Like, not only am I not interested, I don't think any of the people I know, and I know a ton of guys who are buying businesses right now. I'm in multiple networks. I run masterminds and stuff where we help each other do this. I don't know anybody who would be interested in paying you what you're asking for your business. So, when I promised to tell you how to get there, my answer is you got to go grow your revenue almost 2x, right?
Yeah,
So,
Ron, that's a story that resonates with me. I've got that exact situation right now. I had a conversation with a prospective client. They said my business is worth X million. I said, how'd you come up with that? They said, because we take X out of the business every year. And I said, well, if you take X out of the business every year, that's a 3.25 multiple. That's not an unreasonable request. I got the financial statements. They didn't take that out of the business. It's a 6x multiple. So my response will be, it's not going to sell at 6x. The market's 3x, maybe somewhere between 3 and 4. So you need to go back and grow your business for a few more years. But this is a retirement trade for this particular seller. So yeah, I think honesty is the best policy, and every situation, except if my wife asked me, if I like that dress, and where dishonesty might be called for. But my wife looks beautiful in all dresses. But there's certain questions that you might not want to be honest for. But I think in the relationship with the seller, and maybe the most important decision, business decision, financial decision they're going to make in their lifetime, to take a relationship on a false premise, which is the business is worth more than what the market will bear, is an injustice to the seller, and it's an injustice to you.